All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rake up today and we're gonna do a time-lapse video. It is, I think, January 4th or something. And it rained a little bit. It'll actually make it a little bit easier to pick up the leaves. But the point is, we're gonna do that. And we'll see how fast it takes. Because again, this takes forever without a leaf blower, right? Let's see now. All right, so we accidentally turned that off, but that was 7 minutes run time. So that's about 6 minutes to put the leaves up. Now, it takes some time to bag them, but that literally took, now, I did a little bit in September, as I mentioned, but this is all of this is from the hurricane, okay? That's it. All right, so, whew. So I am seeing, let's see here. So I saw 2630 here. So it took about 6-7 minutes to rake everything up, okay, into nice piles. And it took another 25 minutes to put them in bags. Now, as we can see, it's not like we got every last leaf, okay? And one of the issues is that it rains, the leaves have been there for months. So you can actually see some kind of soil forming because that's what leaves turn into. So, if it dries out, if it gets a little bit more whatever, you can sweep those up. I mean, I don't care, right? It's one of those things where it just doesn't bother me, It really doesn't bother me too much. Now it's easier to pick it up when it's wet because it's a little heavier. You can actually plop more into a bag. I only used about 4 or 5 bags here for this because it's more compact, it's wetter, it's easier to put in, but it's a little more messy here because of that. I probably would have swept this, if it was fully dry. I probably would have done that just to make it look a little nicer or whatever. We won't do that today because, again, someone's smoking. Because I don't have the inclination to do that because it's too wet. Now, I don't know how much better it is if someone comes here with a leaf blower and then just starts blowing all this dirt everywhere. You know, even if it's a little more wet, it's just loud, it's obnoxious. You don't need to do it. Just stop it. You know. I did hear a leaf blower going off in the distance. Is it going on now? Almost certainly. Someone's smoking. So it's like, or you can hose it down if you have a good hose or something. But again, the problem is it's wet, you know, and it's going to rain. It's going to actually get pretty cold because it's still pretty warm for today. Maybe tomorrow it might still be cold or warmer. I think tomorrow night it might be super, or I think tonight it's going to get colder. I don't know. In fact, let me look that up real quick. Why not? So it is tonight. No, it is tomorrow. So it's going to be it's 71 today, 66 low. Tomorrow it's going to be 76, 29 low, and then 30 low, 32, 31, 28, 32, 38, 40. So it's going to be a cold week. It's going to be 45 high on Monday, 45, 30. Tomorrow's the last warm day for a while, but it's been really nice and warm and sunny sometimes as well. So what's my point? So it's one of those things where the rain will probably take care of this if there's any substantial rain. And because it probably looks a little bit better if you blow it, which again, you shouldn't do, but I'm just saying if you're just so anal retentive about this, okay, you blow it, but then you're out here every 2 days. If you call service every week, every 2 weeks, for what purpose? Again, it still confounds me as to why anybody does this, but here we are. So again, this now I still have the deck to sweep off. It might be too wet for that. We'll see. If it is, who cares? There's not that much there. Now I didn't do yet the little stairs up here. There's a little bit to blow off, or not blow off, but to sweep off, and maybe a little bit to rake here. I'm not going to put that on camera because it's like, oh, I just want to demonstrate. It takes very little time, even after. You know, again, we did a little bit in September, like literally a quarter of a bag, as I mentioned. It was just for pointlessness anyways. And then it was only for the hurricane. I had 2 bags after the hurricane, and then basically just that small. So it's like, that's July, right? So August, September, October, November, December. Basically, it's 6 months, okay? 6 months of that. And again, if it wasn't too wet, maybe we could even sweep it off and it would look a little nicer. Okay. But again, if people stop, if you have a driveway that's blown off, it's going to look sort of like this in a few days if there's a lot of leaves and rain and whatever anyways. So who cares? You know, Probably. I mean, it's what else could it be, you know? But I certainly heard one when I was out there. So anyways, I think that's it for now. So basically in under an hour, because it's 31 minutes and I'm just talking here doing nothing. But 7 minutes, 31, it's been 40 minutes, right? 40 minutes, I'll do the deck. That'll take basically no time. I'll get my broom. And then we'll do the deck here and we're done. So in an hour, 6 months of work. And again, it's nice and vigorous, you know. It's kind of fun to do this. It counts as a workout, actually. But that's basically it. So anyways, that's it. And again, don't use leaf blowers. It's just pointless. It's stupid. Anyways. All right, so we're done. So let's just have a nice little recap. So we did what we could here out in the front. It's a bit muddy. So, I mean, if it's going to rain, it's going to be this muddy anyways. Another thing I did, we did the back here. Okay. We did the back. You know, that's the thing is it probably in the last 5 minutes you had a couple leaves fall in here. That's fine. This took 2 minutes. I also took up both hoses that we had here because it's going to freeze overnight. So I already took them off the faucet because there was like a freeze warning, although it didn't really freeze once before. So we took the hoses off. That was good. All right. I also got this area. Hold on. Let's see here. I got this area cleaned up too. You can see the stones now. And yeah, I got the other hose. And that's basically it. Oh, I also cleaned the car. Oh, that's the big thing, right? Look at this. Nice and clean. So that's an hour and a half. So we did the driveway, okay? We did the 2 hoses. I drained it. I took it upstairs and drained it. I took this, swept the stairs, did the area around the stairs with the stones, did the back deck, and yeah, and cleaned the car in an hour and a half. Okay, that's pretty good. Anyways, I think that's it for now. All right, so one last thing, just so the driveway, again, this is the little sidewalk behind us. They clean this every week or 2, right? And you want to be able to know the difference between the driveway and this because, yeah, this is what happens. So, right. Anyways,